Hello, everyone. Uh, Unofficial, official, new episode of the podcast. Just wanted to come back. Talk to everyone about everything that happened in terms of news, All Star Sunday from last night, and just recapping the first half of the season, previewing the second half of the season. That's all. As you can see, we are still in vacation mode. You know, just chilling, just laid back. Ja is because he doesn't have a hat on. So
Yeah, surprisingly, I got the hair out too.
yeah, looking like Goku. Where should we start? Should we start how those three are getting a newcomer?
yes, we should.
All right then. So it was reported that Blake Griffin, of course, everyone knows Blake Griffin, former All-Star, former famous dunker, of the Detroit Pistons, is now of the Brooklyn Nets. He reached a buyout agreement to the Pistons, which means that they basically released him and he was able to sign to anywhere he wanted to. And him and the Brooklyn Nets have reached a deal. So he will be joining them as the rich, I guess, get richer. Okay,
yeah. It's like the moment you think they can't get more powerful is like they taking a steroid or something. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Like, great Blake Griffin, who I feel like majority of people gave up on because of things of how it went in Detroit and stuff. But we know that if you put him on a playoff contended team, we could see something out of him. This is a perfect move. A perfect move.
Yeah, I don't know what's.
No, go ahead.
My camera's still in vacation mode too. I keep going with what you were saying.
But yeah, this is just again, like, it's like, we all said the moment that Detroit decided to, like, stop playing him for games, knowing that they might try to send him somewhere, we knew that the perfect thing is that the one thing for sure that Detroit needed to do and do correctly, even though they didn't make this decision, he made this own decision, is get him off the team. And if you're going to do that, either let him make his own decision or send him to a playoff team, in which, as a result, he made his own decision. And as a result, he went to a playoff contending team, a championship contending team, that might add, that has three of the greatest offensive players to play the game. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. How would you feel about this if you were, in the league?
I'll be like, I want to be just frustrated already. I want to be frustrated. I was like, we already have to deal with a 7-footer who don't play like a 7-footer. We got to deal with a highly skilled point guard, one of the greatest lefty to ever play the game. And now you telling me we adding on a person who's multi-skilled, who's developed his game over time, a dude who went from a so-called dunker to this dude who has an all-around game offensively, who at 6'10" can handle the ball, has range now, and could still do post-up. And he's playing for that team. Or do you have all of those elements mixed together? It's just like, oh man, it's just like, I'm looking at the other teams and saying, what are we gonna do with that defensively? How are we going to even handle that offensively too?
Yeah, I don't know how you got to stop the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I know. Well, hopefully this brings back the confidence in Blake Griffin. In his game, it's all a mental thing a lot of the time. In being in the league, where you can have all the skills, but if it's not there mentally or it's not there in terms of your confidence, it's not going to be there showing from your skills. And that's what I think Blake Griffin's problem is. But I mean, you lack confidence. I think playing with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden is going to bring that confidence right back up.
Yeah. He's been in purgatory being in Detroit.
Yeah, purgatory. But yeah, a shocking move. And
Hey, is that crazy?
what?
D Rose played for the Pistons. Now he's on the Knicks, and now Blake Griffin
The Griffin
playing for
playing
the
for the
Nets.
Nets.
Yep.
Yeah, New York's coming up. We thriving.
Yep. Come up. We're driving, man. Thanks, Detroit.
All right. What else around the league? There was other news.
Oh,
Well, actually, some news turns around the All-Star game, but
yeah.
should we go into that?
Yeah. We should go into it. Embiid and Simmons, I believe.
Yeah,
You want
Embiid, Simmons, and Devin Booker. Well, actually, no. Devin Booker was out due to injury for the All-Star
yeah.
game. So then you watch the All-Star game. That's why Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns weren't playing. And Embiid and Simmons got exposed to COVID-19. So they were out as well. That means that for Embiid and Simmons, well, 1-1 on each team, so they didn't have to replace them.
Yeah.
And Zion was moved into the starting lineup for the Team Durant. And for Devin Booker, he was replaced by longtime snub Mike Conley. Been in the league 14 years, probably almost over the past decade, could have been an all-star since, 2013?
Yeah.
And every year when he was on those Grizzlies team with Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph, and they were playing great basketball, and he never made it. And that's due to, in part, of him just being snubbed, and this is part of the talent of the Western Conference, who had guys like Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, and Dame.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there was a lot of controversy with him being there because, of course, if you look at numbers and if you watch the game, there were one particular player that was probably more deserving, and that was DeRozan of the Spurs. And the Spurs have been playing great basketball. Obviously, the Jazz are playing better, but DeRozan is their best player.
Yep.
And he's leading that team. And yes, they have Popovich, and they have a lot of great young pieces, and they have Aldridge has barely played, but I'm conflicted on this because I want go on DeRozan as well, but Conley has been doing this for so long, and he's been snubbed for so long. I can't really get upset about that.
You're right. You can't get upset about it. But if you want to talk about a replacement and a true replacement, and I'm not saying Conley's
a replacement of a replacement, because Devin Booker was not on the team.
Yeah, that's true. You want to talk about a true replacement of a replacement whatsoever. Let's just be honest here. The Roses shouldn't have been there. It's been long overdue. I felt like last season he should have been there, but that's debatable. Yes or no?
He shouldn't have been there last year.
This year, he definitely been.
Look, I'm not going to go about last year. That's you just love to bring it up. Hold on. This man right here, he shouldn't even have an opinion on this because he is so biased because DeMar DeRozan, formerly of the Toronto Raptors, now the San Antonio Spurs, is his favorite player. So, of course, he's going to say, DeRozan should be in the All-Star game. DeRozan should be in this. DeRozan should be in that. If given the opportunity, he'd probably pick DeRozan for MVP. To be honest with you.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen, that's just
I don't do
nothing in this water bottle. But listen, that's just the truth. You just biased DeRozan. And
I'm not
I
biased.
understand that's your favorite player, but you shouldn't have an opinion on this.
I'm telling you right now, it's Sean DeRozan. And all I gotta say is, man, if you watch the All-Star game, Team KD really needed KD and Embiid. That's all I gotta say. They really needed those two.
Yes, Team KD did need KD, Embiid, and Booker.
They needed Booker so badly, man.
Because they got smacked in every quarter they got
Quarter.
smacked. We see, for the exception of the first quarter, which they lost by 1. But every quarter, oh my gosh, it was bad. I mean, Curry and Lillard was taking turns just pulling from half court. Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. That was their layup.
And you remember what you said one time when we was talking about when you saw the All-Star draft, when you talk about LeBron taking Giannis 1 and then Curry 2nd, it's like that's all you need, right? Well,
yes.
Yeah, it clearly showed it.
That is all he needed. And you saw Giannis and Curry. And who were like the top 2 players on that team? Giannis and Curry. Well, Dame was there too. But Giannis and Curry. Giannis being the All-Star MVP, not missing a shot. I'm not exaggerating. Literally, he did not miss a shot. 16 for 16. Come on, man. Only person to have to not miss a shot in the All-Star game was Hal Greer. And it was half of that. 8 of 8. And Giannis shooting threes. The bank was open.
They said they wanted him to be perfect for this All-Star game, and as a result, it went his way because a dude who's not good or great at the 3 was hitting threes in an All-Star game.
Listen, I'll tell you, this is another thing. Those NBA players, do not underestimate NBA players. You think when the players, if Ben Simmons go out there and one-on-one you on the basketball street court, I guarantee you be knocking down every three he shoots.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand.
It's different for these guys. It is so different. The people that you don't think are good at one thing in like a regular pickup game, like an All-Star game is like the All-Star pickup game. They're gonna be making everything out of nowhere.
Yeah.
These NBA players are a different talent, a different breed.
Yeah, but it that was one point where I thought Kyrie was about to get frustrated. I was looking at his reaction, his movement, his body movement. I was like, it looked like he about to get frustrated over All-Star.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of saw that with James Harden too.
Yeah, but it's like,
but I don't think they cared.
Yeah, they don't. Nah, they don't care. I just felt like, let me tell you something. This one been a different story because again, let's be honest here. If you look at Team KD compared to Team LeBron, you're talking about KD having shot creators, shot makers, shooters. They have everything that a pure scorer. They got pure scorers. I'm telling you right now, if KD, Devin, and what's his name? Embiid. And Embiid were all playing, I swear this would have been a closer contest than what we actually saw. Like, all I gotta say is, number one, if Embiid was playing, Giannis is not going for fucking free. Like he's not going perfect from the field. Come on now. Against Giannis, he's not. Against Embiid, he's not going perfect. Giannis is not going perfect from the field. Come on now. That's impossible.
Can't wait for the playoffs. I was gonna leave it at that because can't wait for the playoffs. It's the All-Star game, man. They just out there having fun.
Yeah.
I see a lot. Giannis was clearly having fun. Curry was having fun.
Just before the All-Star game.
Yeah, 3-point contest champion. Beating Conley on that last shot. And by the way, props to Conley, replacing Devin Booker, and he comes in that 3-point contest, lights out.
Had that chip on his shoulder, yeah.
Listen, if you play for the Jazz, you got a chip on your shoulder. Even Stockton and Malone got a chip on their shoulder right now. They don't even play for them anymore.
But yeah, he came out firing, red hot. I think he had like 27 in that first round.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah, 27, 28 in that first round. And I think he had the same thing in the second.
He had 26 in the second, or 27 in the second, yeah.
26, 27.
And that's crazy. And that's not enough to beat the greatest shooter in the world. The greatest shooter of all time. Stephen Curry is just different. I know, man. He was hitting them threes like you write checks.
Yeah.
There's no.
Well, to be honest, like
nothing. Just nothing.
I was like, oh, he trying to get 30. Like you could just tell he was trying to get 30. He had the high hand, and I was like, well, to be honest, you kind of knew that it was long overdue. He had a chip on his shoulder. He lost the last 2 3-point contests he'd been in, I believe. I think he needs to get back to that level of proving to people what he does and why he does this.
Man, he don't got to prove to anybody ever. He can retire right now. There's nothing for him to prove. I'm not give a damn. Screw the Finals MVP. He's nothing for Steph Curry to prove. There's nothing. Nothing to prove to me. He's reached that level. The same with LeBron. LeBron don't got nothing to prove to me ever.
Yeah. KD got nothing to prove. Well, actually, yeah, he does a little bit, but no.
I mean, shit, he played with Curry, Clay, and and Steve Kerr as head coach, and Iguodala,
and Mark Jackson. Let me stop.
Don't do that, Mark Jackson. Don't. Elizabeth, some people just don't. They got nothing to prove. Curry is one of them. He has nothing to prove to me. To me, at least. To me, I know there's a lot of haters out there.
And what happened with Sabonis?
Oh yeah, Sabonis skills challenge, beating out Vucevic. That's how it should have been. That's how it should have been.
Wait, time out. I think I need size, So like,
LeBron know damn well he did not want to get Gobert. See, if he put themselves in a corner. If he just said that, if he said Sabonis, that wouldn't have been a problem. All right, because Sabonis is more skilled player than Gobert. It could have been an excuse, Gobert's last because he's a defensive player and it's an all-star game and defense is not really priority right there. So low priority players you got to take last. See, that's all he had to do. But no, he said, I need size. This is the 6'10" guy on the team, but there's also a 7'1" guy there. So I'm gonna get Sabonis, who's 6'10". And remember Gobert. Now he's 7'1", but he looks like 7'5" because of his wingspan.
Yeah.
But listen, that Jazz roster got a chip on their shoulder. They all of them got a chip on their shoulder. You could tell.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could tell, man. Like Donovan Mitchell, too. He was kind of like on and off in a way. But hey, again, it's the All-Star game. It don't matter. But
yeah, I don't matter. Well, listen, I know them Jazz players are upset. They have been getting disrespected this whole year, especially Donovan or Gobert. I mean, I don't know what they don't do nothing. Especially Gobert. Gobert don't do nothing to anybody. For the exception of shutting down the league last year. He didn't do anything. Maybe that's a big thing. Maybe that's why people still on him about that. Because that was really big. But, Gobert could just walk down the street and people would get upset at him.
Hey, man, I don't know why, how, but I guess, again, it's so late. It's a city called Soul Lake. I don't know what it is. People just don't like. That's all I can really say. But because everything was great except for one thing.
Oh,
everything was great. Thing.
What, last year?
No. Everything that happened last night was great except for one thing.
Oh, yeah. There was a robbery. God damn it, there was a robbery.
I said, wait. I said, nah. When you showed me that, I was like, mind you, I missed this because I had to go do something. But when you sent me that, and I I laughed a little bit. I said, "Wait, you joking, right?" I was like, I just said, "This is a joke, right?" They told me it's still going on. Just like I won't miss it.
Man. All respect to Anthony Simons, and he got hops, and we've seen it. He got hops. He could jump.
He could get up there.
But man, this man went in for the kiss of the rim, and it's like when you want to kiss a girl and her breath stink, and he backed off.
Out of all things you could have said, it's just like you have to say that you want to kiss, but the girl denied it, so like she pushed your face away, and then you just missed it. You have to say, "Oh, her breath stinks," so he just missed it.
Nah, her breath stink, and he went in, and then he's like, "Oh, nah, I can't. It's too much." And he pulls out. Like, come on. Like, I respect the effort. It was nice, but that's not Obi Toppin should have won it. That's fun. And then Cassius Stanley, a 44 on that dunk. That was probably the better dunk in that first round.
Let me tell you something. If you look at the dunks that, and don't get, again, assignments have hops. But if you look at the dunks that Toppin did and the dunks that Cassius Stanley did, let me tell you something. They could have literally legit kissed the rim and put their head over above the rim. And they all did it on first tries, right?
They all do it on first tries.
They all made it on first tries, right? I'm not bugging.
In the first round, yes. Not the whole time though, because Cassius Stanley in that second round, he had one dunk. He shot the Aaron Gordon one over under your legs, but he was missing. He had to change it up, and that messed him up. But man, that first dunk was not a 44 at all. What, a 44? Come on, man. D Brown, you should be ashamed of yourself. Jason Richardson, you should be ashamed of yourself. Josh Smith, you should be ashamed of yourself. Spud Webb, you should be ashamed of yourself. And Dominique Wilkins, God damn it, Dominique, what the hell? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, you know why he did that? He gave him 44 because he couldn't give him 50, because don't forget he got left off the 50 greatest players of all time way back. So yeah, so he has a problem with the number 50. He has a problem with the number 50. We get it, we understand, we know we should have been on the list way back.
And that's another separate video. That's a summer video.
The fact that you gave this man a 44, you could even give this man a 10. I could understand the other justices may mess everything up. With you, Dominique, one of the greatest dunkers ever and one of the greatest players ever, you need to know that that's a dunk. That dunk is a 10, not 8. Look, let me tell you something. That look worse than D Wade. Yeah, look worse than D Wade. Yeah. Look, we've been on D Wade the whole year because of that last year's competition, and then y'all come up with this. Son got to give, man. Son got to give at this point.
You're right. I mean, you have Obi Toppin robbed, New York robbery. They don't like the Knicks. They don't want us to succeed. I understand the hate, I guess, you know. So, yeah, Anthony Simons wins the dunk contest. I see people saying it was the worst dunk contest. It was not the worst dunk contest. People did not watch the Jeremy Evans dunk contest. That last night was nowhere near the worst dunk contest. Come on, man. You see Birdman win it? Stop it. Come on. Y'all haven't seen all the dunk contests. You haven't seen past dunk contests in the past 15 years to say that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's the worst, but I say, like, you know, things just look weird because the whole kind of thing that happened anyway this year with everything going on in one night. And it was still fun. This was crazy because it was actually really entertaining despite everything that went on in just one night. Was actually highly entertaining, which was mind-blowing to me. I was like, wait, whoa. I was like, I saw the 3-point contest kind of caught me off guard. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, Conley and Curry, that was great. Yeah. All right, let's go real quickly. Some recaps over the season or the first half of the season. What has been your surprise so far?
I think the obvious surprise should be the Jazz and the Suns. Well, you are not surprised by the Suns.
Of course I'm not. Come on, man. Prediction grew.
But again, we've been always talking about how the Jazz are always that dark horse contenders or whatsoever. And, like, you know, we look at them to be in the playoffs, but we don't expect them to be a high seed compared to guys like the Lakers, Clippers,
Nuggets.
Nuggets
supposed to be there
because the Rockets are not what they are anymore, of course.
No, obviously. 13 losses in a row, honoring Harden.
But, like, you know, we always expect them, but for them to have the season that they're having and the way that they're playing, and the constant thing of always talking about, like, you know, the pieces and how they have fit it all together and created this great system out of it. It's just like, you know, it's amazing. You're talking about a really good coach in Quinn Snyder. Then you talk about the fact that you have your shooters, your shot creators, your playmakers, your scorers, your defenders all together on one team, and you have guys who could do who could do more than one. There's not one person who's limited to this specific thing, or which is like, just 3-point shooting, or this one's the specific playmaker. Like they can all do it all in themselves, and it goes together. And they have, and especially they're utilizing the three so well, and like they have shot people out the water. I never expected them to be number one, so that's a surprise.
Yep, I gotta agree with you on that. The Jazz can do it any which way. They can come from behind. They can win close games. They can blow you out. They don't need Donovan Mitchell to score. They don't need to rely on him. They have Jordan Clarkson. Mike Conley stepped up in his role, playing better than he did last year. Because remember, last year he was in a slump. Playing with the Jazz, at least at the start. They have a defensive presence and Rudy Gobert and Royce O'Neal. I feel like Royce O'Neal don't get talked about a lot, and he's a great defender for them and really helps them in terms of team defense and help defense, and also one-on-one.
They got bench depth too.
They got bench depth. They got shooting. I mean, they just have everything. They are probably the most complete team in the NBA
right now. Yep, as of right now, yes, they are. Yes, they are.
In history now.
Healthy, looking good. Everything's connecting. Yeah, they are. They are the most complete team in NBA as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because they also got a little bit of that Miami in them. That dog mentality, that chip.
Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, I do see that. Yep, it's just too bad nobody picks them in video games. But who's your? That was your surprise team. So what are your disappointments for this year?
So it is a great amount. I can tell you that. Celtics, the Wizards, who else? The Kings, like teams that we felt like. Okay, and the Pelicans too a little bit because I would never expect them to be in that. What are they, the 10th, 11th?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, let me just specifically focus on Boston because I understand, and I'm not gonna go into much, of course. Oh yeah, Miami, but Miami's starting to pick it back up.
No, yeah, don't do that to Miami. Don't do that. Hell.
Starting to pick it back up, and I can't, and I gotta make the excuse because they have been limited severely to COVID compared.
I mean, but Boston is fourth, and they only 19 and 17.
That doesn't impact of how they were. They've been highly inconsistent over and over. And you can even include the Denver Nuggets too.
I was going to say that. But both teams have won four in a row. Both Nuggets and the Celtics.
They have run 4 in a row, and I feel like things are starting to go into their way more. But specifically Denver and Boston have been highly inconsistent and took a really long time to get to that level of play of what we saw both teams were doing last year in the regular season. Of course, we can't say postseason because postseason is a different story, and that's where teams change up and start to act differently. But yet, in terms of regular season success and the way that they are, the Nuggets and the Celtics have kind of dipped in a way, inconsistent, up and down, over and over. And I could make more of an excuse for Boston than I can for Denver because Boston has been limited a little bit by COVID, and along with the fact that Kemba was rusty because he had to come back from injury. So I think,
No, nothing. Sorry.
And so they didn't have Tatum for parts of the season, and the only bright light was usually Jaylen Brown. So, you know what I mean? I can make up a little bit of excuse for them, but not that much of an excuse. But when it comes to Nuggets, there's no true excuse I can make up for them. I don't know what went wrong.
I mean, Gary Harris been out, but I don't think that's big enough for an excuse. But it's good that they're on the right track. That they were on the right track heading to the All-Star break. We'll see if they, keep that same energy for the second half of the season. I probably have to agree with those disappointments. Trying to think, the Wizards. I think we've already said it enough. The Hawks are another one, but they've been battling injuries as well. Bogdanovich is out. Bogdanovich is out. Rondo's been out. But I feel like they
They're
should
doing
be in like
bad.
a playing game situation, or at least a few games, like a half a game back, or battling in
For
that
the ACH.
playing game situation. Yeah, but I don't think they got a good system. I don't think they even know what their system is. That's probably why they fired Lloyd Pierce.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another disappointment for me. But
Um. Yeah. Go. Oh, my bad. Finish. Finish.
no, I wasn't gonna say anything of importance.
Oh, oh, I was going to say real quickly one more thing. Just two more teams to add on with the surprise team: Charlotte and New York, the Knicks.
Yes, yes, yes. The Knicks have been playing great. Thibodeau has been having to play exceptional basketball. I absolutely love it. We loving it. Knicks fans loving it. Knicks haters are hating it. they quiet right now. They just waiting. They are waiting. They are waiting for something bad to happen. Waiting for
I
something bad to happen.
I know you looking at me so hard right now, talking about you just waiting for something to happen. Yep.
When we win, everybody stays quiet. Everybody stays quiet. When we lose, oh, here comes the haters. Here comes the haters. And half of those haters are from New York City. Unbelievable. They don't believe in you. But listen, I ain't worried about them fools. I ain't worried about them
Well,
fools.
I'm New Jersey, so I'm an exception.
That joke was never even funny. When he first said it last year, it wasn't funny. So you think a year later, it's still gonna be funny? No.
No, not you.
But anyway, like I said, Knicks up by one game actually, 500, 500. So gotta give props to that. Julius Randle, exceptional year, All-Star in his 7th year. Manuel Quickly's been playing great. I wish Obi Toppin gets some more minutes. I really do. He really does deserve it. But Thibodeau has him playing great. Has him playing hard. Has him hustling. Has him playing great defense. We need Mitch Rasmussen back though. Nerds well can only do so much in terms of the paint. But yeah, the Knicks and the Hornets. Yeah, LaMelo Ball. No matter if you thought he was going to be good, no one could think that he was going to be this good right now. He's really exceptional in terms of the way he plays basketball. You see, he still has a little bit of learning to do, but in terms of his skills, clearly above the average NBA player. Clearly. I mean, his scoring ability, his assist, his passing ability, like the way he sees the court, he's just phenomenal. My runaway rookie of the year.
Yeah, his IQ is phenomenal, and what makes it great is he took the mistakes of again. This is the benefit of being the youngest, right? Of basketball playing individuals. He took from the two older brothers. He took from their weaknesses, added to his game, and became who he is. To be honest, he took the strengths and the weaknesses of both brothers, of both his older brothers, added into his game, and you can see what he's doing with it now. That's all I can really say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I gotta give him props for that. Also, it's not just him on that team. Well, Miles Bridges has really benefited from LaMelo on that team. I mean, most of all of his points are assists from LaMelo.
Airbnb.
So Malik Monk, when he comes off that bench, he really is a spark plug for that team. Gordon Hayward, I feel like his in terms of productivity has went down because of everybody else stepping up to the plate, but he's still playing great. Their best player on that team. Terry Rozier, Scary Terry. I mean, just proving what he can do in terms of his abilities. Piggybacking off of that playoff run from the Celtics 2 years back. That's what I love to see from him. And yeah, I mean, this team is just really, really good. Young. You can see they're hungry. You can see some of them have that chip on their shoulder. Got something to prove. And that's what I like about the Hornets team. So yeah, I gotta agree with you as well. In terms of that surprise. All right. So the second half, real quickly. How do you see uh things going in that second half in the second half of the season? What do you think's gonna
Well,
happen? Give me some takes. Give me some takes.
well, I feel like the battle for the number one seed in the Eastern Conference is going to be legendary between Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Like, especially now since they got Blake Griffin, the Nets, like, it's going to be big. But I feel like the Nets are going to eventually take the number one seed. And for the West, I expect the teams that we thought that would have great seasons or who are having good seasons now or continue to have that progression and go carry on. I don't see you. The only thing is I don't see Utah staying as the one seed for long, but hey, I could be wrong.
To be honest, I think Utah and the Sixers need the one seed more than anyone else in that conference.
Yes, home court advantage. Yeah,
Yes, the Sixers really struggle on the road. They need the home court advantage throughout. The Jazz, I feel they don't really struggle on the road. I mean, they can. I think they play better at home.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think that they got competition. I mean, the Lakers and the Clippers, they can play on the road and at home. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the Jazz really needs that home court advantage. And I say this, I'm not gonna give the prediction of this East Conference, but the Jazz get the number one seed. I think they go into the Western Conference Finals easily.
I won't go against you with that. Again, they got everything in order. All they need to do is stay healthy, which is not an easy thing to say because anything can happen, God forbid, when it comes to the game of basketball and injuries.
I got them as the one seed. I mean, if they do stay as one seed, I got them going to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Sixers and the Nets only a half a game back from the Sixers. So the Sixers really need to move it up. Really need to push forward. I've seen the Nets have been half a game back for like past 6 games. I've been watching. And the only time I think that the Nets have lost, the Sixers lost.
Yeah.
And then every other time the Nets win, the Sixers win. So they've been keeping that distance. The Nets have been maintaining that. But it's going to be scary for the Sixers. The Nets it doesn't really matter. Home, road. I mean, we got KD, Kyrie, and Durant. And now Blake Griffin. What the hell is home court to us? Like, but hey, it'll be nice. That's what they thinking. I mean, hey, Steve Nash. Hey, it'll be nice. I mean,
it'll be nice. It'll be good. But we don't need it. But yeah, it'll be nice.
But the Sixers, I think they need it.
Yeah. And
trying to think if there's anything else in terms of the second half of the season.
Second half of the season, in my opinion, this is gonna be a real hot take.
Oh, hot take. Hold on.
A little bit of a hot take.
Get the camera ready.
But like what happened, because I feel like the Lakers, they're gonna stay in playoff contention. But I feel like with no Anthony Davis, they will have a dip throughout this.
That's not a hot take. What the hell? Come on, man.
I thought it would be a hot take.
They gonna have a dip without Anthony Davis. I mean, yeah, they're already having that dip. Come on, man.
I thought you would
Nah, because I see that happen too. I won't be surprised if the Lakers are the 4th or 5th seed. Yeah. But Anthony Davis comes back. Soon enough, I think they can just get back to that top 3 seed. The Lakers, it don't matter. They got LeBron. You think the home court road, does that matter to LeBron and the Lakers? No, it really doesn't. So I'm not worried about them. Also, some injury updates. Soon for the Blazers, CJ McCollum is going to come back. Yusuf Nurkic is going to come back. And the Blazers have been playing well without them.
That's my dark horse.
So just a little heads up for people. Also, my guy Jaren Jackson Jr., he's coming back soon as well for the Grizzlies. Right now, they've been in that playing game. Well, listen, he's a key part of that team. And I feel like once they get him back and once he get into that rhythm, oh, come on, playoff bound. Come on. I don't care who's there. I don't know if it's the Warriors. I don't know if it's the Mavericks. But listen, Grizzlies get Jaren Jackson Jr. and they hover in that time. Yeah, they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem.
Yeah. I hear you on that, my guy. I'm not gonna go against that. Memphis has been looking deadly.
Yes, they have. Sadly, they lost that the game winner on Drew Holiday in the Bucks the last game, but they have been playing really well.
Yep.
All right. Since we still on our break and we're not gonna do another episode tomorrow or day after, or not the day after, tomorrow. Actually, no, I'm right. Tomorrow, the day after. Yeah, I'm looking. Predictions for Wednesday's game. We shall do. Speaking of the Grizzlies, they do battle against the Wizards. So who you got?
You said Grizzlies versus who?
Wizards.
Oh, I got the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies as well. And the other game, because there were only 2 games for Wednesday night, the primetime game, NBA TV. It is the Spurs with snubbed DeRozan of the All-Star game going up against the Mavericks. Who you got?
At least you know. I got the Mavs though.
You're biased.
Again, I got the Mavs though.
At least you know. Yeah, at least you know. I got the Mavs too.
At least you know I got. At least you know who got snubbed. At least you know who got.
You like. Is this how?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. All right, let's start wrapping this up. Any final thoughts?
Nah. Just see y'all when we see y'all, man. That's it.
Yes, you see. All right, so I guess that's it. Let me go back to relaxing. I guess whatever. What we say? Like, subscribe, whatever. You know the
vibes. You know our past episodes if you want to hear it.
Yeah, we got 69 other episodes. You go watch that for our house show. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow IG down in the description. Oh, that's your line. But follow IG down in the description below. I'm Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this was
the Mana.
Why did you just interrupt me like that?
Sorry.
This wasn't a Mind Basketball podcast. This really wasn't,
This was a chill out session. That's it.
Chill out session. I like that. My title that. I like that. We're gonna keep that. Chill out session. All right. Goodbye.